everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today my topic is about the blood. I got my research from the Encyclopedia of the Human Body. We see blood in our everyday lives, whether when we get a paper cut or even when we can see our blood through our bruise. It's true, you can see your blood because you get a bruise. Now let's talk about what the blood is. The composition of the blood contains three main elements. There is a yellowish liquid, a whitish liquid, and a red liquid. Plasma is the lightest liquid. This diagram is spun at a high speeds in a centrifuge, which is a machine that spins things at high speeds, and they use it to separate the blood components. One of the main components of the blood is plasma. It is a clear yellowish liquid, which makes up 55% of our total blood. In the plasma, there are many substances that are dissolved to make it this color. Also, the white blood cells in the platelets make less than 1% of the blood, making it super thin. This layer has platelets which stop blood clotting, and also white blood cells, which protect the body from injuries and infections. Our red blood cells are the heaviest, so that's why they are on the bottom. They make up 44% of our blood and also make our blood red. This transports oxygen to a lot of places in our body, from our hearts to everywhere, including our toes. Let's talk about why blood is red. Hemoglobin, which is a substance found inside every single one of our red blood cells, include iron. Hemoglobin also will react with oxygen and iron, making it a red color. When our blood transports oxygen and also reacting with iron, it creates this reddish color, which makes up our blood. Moving on from the composition, blood is a liquid tissue. You might think tissues are the things that you use to blow your nose with, but you are wrong. Tissues also have another meaning in health. Tissues are what hold stuff together. So for example, your bones are made out of tissue because it is a solid structure. This is what your tissues and your bones look like. Compared to the blood is also a tissue. This is a microscopic image of the blood, which has tiny little dots resembling the blood cells. The liquid holds all the blood together, making it still a tissue. Even though it may not be solid like a bone, a blood has a solid surrounding it. Our blood has a liquid matrix, or surrounding it, called plasma. In each part of our body, the blood that we see has plasma around it. So each time, our red blood cells are stuck all together by plasma. The only reason why when you see your blood from a cut stop is because your platelets will form a blood clot to stop the blood from keep going out. Our plasma is something in our blood that we don't really talk about. We talk about the white blood cells, which prevent infections, and our main blood, which transport oxygen. But what really is plasma? Plasma is 90% water. This is not surprising since it will make all the red blood cells stick together. 10% of this is dissolved substances. In this diagram, you can see plasma is made out of water, but not only that, but also ions, proteins, nutrients, wastes, and gases. These each have a different part in contributing to the overall composition of plasma. The main purpose of plasma is to keep our blood stuck together, but also the proteins will help with immunity, blood clotting, maintaining blood pressure, our blood volume, and the pH balance in our body. Also, the nutrients from our plasma we receive from our digestive system products. The carbon dioxide in the plasma is considered a waste gas that is found inside the plasma. Oh, and also plasma is considered has a lot of solids inside, which makes it kind of like a melted popsicle. When you see a popsicle and all of its components are melted down, this means there's different ingredients inside, which makes it this reddish, liquidish texture. Furthermore, how do we make red blood cells? Well, the answer is from different parts of our body. Most of the parts that we make red blood cells from is the flat bones of our axial skeleton. Some of these parts make our blood. How we make blood is from this diagram. First, the bone marrow, which is located inside each of these bones, will reproduce with hemocytoblasts, which are little blood cell sprouts. These sprouts eventually will grow into adult red blood cells, white blood cells, and also platelets, which are then released into the body when needed. Our body is continuously making red blood cells day after day after day. Some of the parts and bones that make these red blood cells include the ribs, the collarbones, shoulder blades, cranium, our skulls, and the vertebrae, our backbones. Furthermore, we can't stop our presentation without some fun facts. Some fun facts are the human body produces 2 million red blood cells every second. Each blood cell has sort of like a lifetime, and they die after a certain time period. After that, there needs to be new and more fresh blood cells to replace this, which means that our body will release 2 million red blood cells every second. Also, are you easily stung by mosquitoes? These mosquitoes might sting you a lot because you have the blood type O. Blood type O is the main cause of why mosquitoes love to sting you, but not other people. But other options that mosquitoes sting you is because you have high body odors and oily skin. In this chart, these are all the blood types, which include A+, A-, B+, B-, AB+, AB-, and lastly the O's, which are O+ and O-. To my right, we have the contribution to our weight. 6 to 7% of our blood is contributing to our weight, which means that out of our whole body, 6 or 7 is included to our overall composition. This is a graph of the population of blood. As you can see, around the world, people with the O blood type have the most. Then there's the A, followed by B, and then AB. What my blood type is AB positive, which means I am the bright red gap over there. And lastly, the negative O blood type can be shared with anyone, but only 7% of the total human population has this, which means it's the dark green population. In this chart, it proves my point. When you see the donor and you go to the O-, the donor can give it to any type of the recipient, which includes all of these blood types that I showed you earlier. As a result, I think red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets all do an important part in our body. We see blood every single day, but we don't notice and contribute or even think about what's inside of it. Thank you for listening. I hope you like and subscribe to my